From the top of Wologisi to the beaches of Maryland, we cover Liberia like nobody else does. This is Spoon 107.5 FM.
All right, my people, you know, once you hear this song, it means this thing song is for Spoon Talk Business. Given to us by one of Liberian artists, Adaptability, we highly appreciate it. And so we welcome you to your program, Spoon Talk Business, wherever you are, whatever you are doing. It's time to discuss businesses in Liberia, Liberians doing businesses in the diaspora. And even you that might just want to advertise, talking about your entities, your businesses, you're an entrepreneur, you're a businessman, businesswoman, business group. You have some meetings you want to, advertise, you want people to come on, workshops, seminar. You have some business deals to put forth. Or looking for where to get them publicized. We are here to do that for you. Free consultancy we can provide it. At the same time, we make sure we sell your market. Any kind of market, pepper seller, onion seller, crack color, crab plantain, people doing career for all kinds of different mini businesses around Liberia. Too many business people in Liberia. You telling them most of the times, oh, it is good for people to talk to you and know you by, showing your businesses. Some of them can look at you strangely like, what are you talking about? I can have found myself on TV, little market, but it is possible only here on Spoon Talk Business. If you are there, we are here, always encouraging you to come out and let's talk about your business. I already see that already saying in the back, Miss Titi Kane, Madam Titi, CEO and manager of Spoon Network, not going to be present because she's grieved. So please excuse her and also please pray for her. Somebody said, what kind of business? They say business refers to any activity or enterprise engaged in for profit. You want to make profit, but yet you do not want to advertise or talk about your business, yet you want to stand out. You want to be well branded. You want people to look for you, search for you, follow you, buy from you. Now, where you can get it from. And so let me say welcome. You have identified or is yet to identify the kind of business you want to get into. We are right here to make sure all of those things happen. And so let me bring in your host, Dr. Francine Richardson, who has been there already. All right, Doc, you look elegant. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Lorena? You look awesome. I love your hair and your makeup and your lipstick. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yes, Doc, yeah. Happy
Yes.
Friday.
Yes. Happy Friday to all of those who are watching us. As Lorena said, I heard her speak to you about promoting your business. This is the place to be if you want to promote your business. And also, I just want you to know that politics is so interrelated to business. But on this show, we're not going to be doing as much of the political talk because that's why you have small talk. We'll come here to discuss the business sector in Liberia. She was telling me so many times when I'm in Liberia, I see everybody almost selling the same thing. That happens here too. Sometimes I would drive down the street, I would see like the three major chains, we call them chains or franchises that sell fast food. They're right next to each other, you know.
Yeah.
But they make sure that they are utilizing the commercial space. That means that they are competing to let people know who they are, where they are, what make them different than the other, fast food chain. So this is why we're here. We're introducing you to this idea of coming on the radio or the television to tell us what makes your product, your birabo, your pepper, your A and B, your chewing gum, your, Willa Market, your whatever you got to show the Liberian people, your restaurant, what make you different than why should I buy from you then instead of buying from the other person? And you have that quality, I'm sure. The way how you take care of your products, the place you're selling it, the way how you talk to me in terms of the customer service, the way you answer my question, the way how you organize your presentation of your product, all of those things sets you apart. They set you apart from the others. So, having said that, we want to just start the show today, and I'll turn it over back to Lorena.
Yeah, that originally, talking about that, that is something so many Liberian businesses struggle with. They don't like to brand. They don't want to brand their,
Mm-hmm,
businesses. You tell
mm-hmm,
them, like you just said, there could be, yeah, in Liberia, all of those fast food joints you see by the
yeah,
roadside. Some
Mm-hmm.
of them are just coming out tonight, right now, this evening. They just bringing out hot food. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? They have some of them. You go, you get rice, and then they have the soup, pepper soup,
Mm-hmm.
always pepper soup. And then people buy the meat. It was always low quality food, but there are lots of hustlers out there
Of course.
that are in the street, moving up and down and looking for the daily bread, and that's what they eat. So
Mm-hmm.
they come out. But then why is it that two persons will be sitting here selling the same thing and somebody will go to the next person and not to the other person? It's the
Exactly.
branding. Too many
Mm-hmm.
people don't brand. They don't believe in branding. The thing is too much. It is just too much. It's too classic. Is that you're showing off, and but that is your business. That is what you do, and that is what you live by. So why
Mm-hmm.
not brand it? Why not showcase it so people see it? And then there's internet business where you just go and post your picture and be done with it. Now if you were here on Spoon Talk Business, you're gonna be talking both on radio and TV. I've
Mm-hmm.
reached out to someone who is into this agro business. He's online, trying to all the time advertise and show people that that's what he's doing, that he has his little garden, he's growing and processing. So I
Mm-hmm.
met him. I said, it's time for you to, come on the show. Come
Mm-hmm.
and let's talk about your products. He said, "Oh yes, I can do a network. I mean, online advertisement." I said, it popped in my notification. I saw it. That is why I'm getting to you. So he said, "Oh, I don't know if I need to sit there and talk about it on both radio and TV. I think people will just come." So I asked him, "How many customers do you have?" He said I think he has close to few people that always come in. They don't go anywhere. They only come to him. So I said, "So that is where you want to stop?" Maybe you have 10 clients. You just okay with those 10 clients. Somebody else could well brand, and sell the same products that you are selling and pull your clients. You don't want
Exactly.
to increase your clients. You don't want to increase, for more people to come. You heard Tower last week. Tower said that, since he
Mm-hmm.
came on Small Talk Business, it has changed. Now Tower is going outside of Montserrat. He's going
Mm-hmm.
into different counties. We're not
Exactly.
just asking you to come because we want to have you here to take money. How much money are you going to give? You
Yes.
understand? We give more than we take. And we always say that you go to the marketplaces. Can you imagine in Accra? You go to the market where they sell vegetables, maybe tomatoes and those different
Mm-hmm.
vegetables, and you say you're carrying camera to talk to those people. The way they will be excited, they will be fighting you. And come to me, oh, come to my table, bruh. Come to
Mm-hmm.
my table. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Don't put me on your camera. Oh. Somebody will say you must pay me. Oh.
Yeah, our owners.
I
Yeah.
will show you. I should pay you. You see
Yeah.
the way they get you try to convince them and talk to them. I think you should be glad Spoon coming to you all the way in here, walking through the mud and the rain and the
Exactly.
dust, just to carry your market, on television, the biggest network, and you asking me to pay you. The way I can respond, the other ones, it is shocking. Some people have schools. They don't want to do commercials anymore. Yeah, they're just in the community sharing flyer with the people, and some of those people they have the children in school. What makes your own entity completely different from the next person's school?
Exactly. Why
What
should I
should be that person to
charge?
bring the children to your school? What is better? What are your offers? They say they
Mm-hmm.
can't talk about yeah, for a few things, school fees, this, that, get a uniform from the school, and that's
Mm-mm.
so it's
Mm-mm.
important, every time when you come here, you and Miss Titi to always encourage them. Let's sell it. Liberians say they want to take back the economy. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
holding your economy.
Yes.
You can't take it. This is your country. How come you trying to take back your economy? I know what I want to do and what I do, what I'm good
Mm-hmm.
at, and I'm doing it. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So you just come out and know you know what is in you selling. You come, some of them go on the internet, they do video whole day. How many times your videos will pop up, on how many persons seeing it? So where more people come, where the traffic is, why not come there? Even if
Exactly.
it is or twice in the
And,
in the
and,
month.
the, and the interesting thing, Lorena, running commercials in the United States, especially on a major platform, it is expensive, and we don't even ask for anything. We don't even ask for much. So I believe that if you really want to stand out, you want to be different, you want longevity. That's what I call. Anybody can start a business. People, everyday business starting, but like Lorena said, you have to be persistent. It's hard work. Sometimes you have to spend money to make money, and it's longevity. Okay, it's having your words in the ears of people. So when I sit down and think about it, I say, oh, my nails, like I know who I, and I think about, oh, I remember when I was in the car, I saw they play on spoon. There we
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
Yeah.
If that person can go on Spoon, it means I can go to them. You know.
Yes, there's some credibility there. Or when I think about, food product, I'm still thinking about, we had this guy who you order, he has a restaurant in the
Yeah.
neighborhood there, and I'm still, and that's, believe me, I'm going to eat there. I'm going to eat some food. Okay. So because he was here, I mean, we did his videotape, I saw the place, and the idea that is in my head, I know it, I saw it, so
Yeah.
um,
Anything. Fried
yes,
chicken, pepper soup, fufu and soup,
yes, exactly.
gumbo,
You
everything
see,
is available any time of the day, up to
so
12 midnight.
yes, I didn't know he was there. So it's an exposure. And secondly, I will refer other people that I know. Like, every day I'm talking to people. Believe me, I get up late. The same time you guys get up in Liberia because
Yeah,
everybody's
because you always follow our morning program.
yes,
I
I'm
don't
following
know why.
money program. I'm
Yeah,
I'm I'm not up from bed yet, but I'm awake to enough to follow the money program, to receive phone calls from home and all of those things, and talk to people. So people refer other people based on where they heard your name, and based on what you offer to them. So yes, come talk to Lorena, contact her, and definitely let her help you brand your business. Okay. So
yeah,
Lorena,
yeah.
back to you.
Another place where it's being challenged is the entertainment industry in Liberia. That are
Mm-hmm.
really- where we have entertainers, we have talents in this country, but
Yeah.
most people say it's pride that is killing most of our arts. Someone is a little popular, and somebody you know see that yeah, people like you, people call you to perform at different occasions and different events, and then you get popular, maybe you have 100,000 followers, and all of a sudden you become too big, and then you slip off. So many of our arts have gone down to the drain that way. you know Instead, so what they need to work on is the being humble. Humility is not something that is part of them.
Mm-hmm.
They are not humble enough, and they don't brand, because people know you today and the next thing they don't know you tomorrow. So yeah, we try to give them some airtime, make sure they get to know themselves, and then all of a sudden they don't know even the very, some of them now, not all of them, they don't know the very people that have helped them, to get to where they are. But then that is just a different aspect. Now looking at the Liberia Movie Union,
Mm-hmm.
where our Liberian movies come from. I mean, so
Mm-hmm.
many people didn't even know that we have Liberian movies on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we
Movies
do.
are on YouTube. Some
We
some of
do.
them are there. There are series, different episodes on YouTube. So one
Mm-hmm.
of them was talking to me, and then I told him he should come on the show. He started, oh, talk about my movies, talk about my movie house. I'm on YouTube. All my movies, they started sending the link to me. I said, just come on Spoon Talk Business. And and so people can follow you. Next thing you know, people start watching your movies all over the world. Liberians.
Yes,
He's come.
especially when we talk about supporting each other.
Even
Sometimes
yeah,
I going to I'm sorry, Lorena. I go into Liberian businesses in Liberia, and even like maybe I want to eat or something. I see them playing other foreign
music.
movies, or thing on the TV and stuff. But it could be, if you come here and make a pitch for why Liberian movies or Liberian artists should be played in these different agencies, that sets you apart. You know, that blows our own industry up, our own music industry up. It sets you apart because you're speaking out, you're speaking for the industry, you're speaking for Liberian artists, you're speaking for Liberian movies. So you should come, definitely. Uh,
Yeah,
I think that should be like a given, that you shouldn't even think twice about doing that or coming.
yeah. Even the union, they have, since they have Hollywood where you people are, and
Mhm.
then they have Nollywood in Nigeria, Bollywood in India. In Liberia, here we have
Nollywood.
Lollywood. We have Lollywood,
Hmm.
and we don't know well how far Lollywood is. We know Atus Frank and some of them are trying to do their best,
Yes.
but people don't see it like that. It's not just about, yeah, you need to come out. And that originally when we went to Ghana during the war,
Hmm.
I was tired seeing Ghanaian music and movies.
Mhm.
Every time I sat in front of the
And
television, we
people like their things. They like themselves, and it's
already
good.
want to go back home. You're missing Liberia. And then all you have to see is, except late evening time, to bring one series, other movies from the US, but hardly everything is all Ghana, Texas travel. How to go to the hubs and into the slum areas that people can go to drink the herb and go and eat the cow skin and barbecue, all those things. I mean, every different one program after another. It was all Ghanaian series. The nurses, they come together and they, have a little clinic, how they interact with patients and what happens there, the challenges. They have a movie for it. Taxi driver, how they operate in the traffic. There is a movie. I'm talking about just television series, one after another.
Yeah.
Musical, different musical programs behind the scene with the directors, with the producers, talking to the art themselves, just different kinds of programs, millions of things that even we could do here in Liberia, but we don't support ourselves. We don't even like ourselves. Like there
Yes.
are so many ideas that could just boom people, but yeah, we're getting there small, small. We have at least some, so we have some very few focused Liberian businesses like Tao Tao. We
Mhm.
have our Lawrence of Signal
Exactly.
Technology. And there are
Exactly.
people that we're supposed to have someone on today. He's producing water. He said he will come on next week. He has been crazy busy.
Mhm.
And yes, he said he communicated yesterday, but we didn't get the information.
Mhm.
He's doing water here in Liberia. I think maybe he's a politician because he took part in the election. His
Mhm.
own water style, his bottle style is completely different. But when he comes on, he will explain it to us. He
Yeah,
lives there with few people. He's in the US. He's between United States and Liberia.
absolutely. And that's
Almost.
another area I want to encourage. Well, first of all, just for those of you who are joining us, I'm happy that Lorena, I explained to you we're supposed to have a guest today, but for unforeseen circumstances relating to the guest, they could not be here. But we're here to talk to you about the business sector in Liberia. And the area she was talking about is we in other parts of the world can contribute to the development of Liberia in many ways. If you're an artist, you can go and support the artist, the union. If you're into the business person, like this person, she said that they're gonna come and they're gonna tell you more about how they're doing it. Um, being a part of, starting a water business in the country, what does it take? The travel between United States and Liberia, how often, all of those things, I believe Signal Technology does that too. It's interesting. So I have to tell you a story, even though he's our ongoing customer.
Yeah.
Signal Technology is the one that is providing internet connectivity in the country, one of the vendors. So
Yeah.
this is how business works. Okay. So I called him. I said, I need it. And he said, well, this is what you need. You need. He referred me to a solar panel company. All right,
Okay.
one of his business contacts. So he gave me Sarah. Actually, gave me Sarah names. He said, Dr. Richardson, I'm a business person. I'll give you Sarah names. I'm not going to tell you who to go to, but you read up on them and then call and do your own work. Then I ask you questions, and then you go to this person, and that's how the business came. So I called that person. I called several persons. I connected to one person. They came up, bam, they install my solar
Mhm.
panels. So that's all set. Then through that person, I'm getting a lot of other things. I'm learning that you got solar refrigerator. I'm learning they got solar generator, all these things because
Wow.
yes, they got all these things, and these are all stuff that of course, you're gonna live in Liberia that you're gonna need to have, especially if you're living in the bush. But I'm learning in the bush. I call it a bush that way on the farm that where I'm living. So
The
so
best place to live.
yes, this is why business connection is so important. Okay, business connection is so important. Signal technology stands out. The solar panel system that I'm using stands out. When you come on Spoon, Tao stands out. Everybody getting to know Tao now. Everybody who comes on here, even we have a lot of guests throughout the year that came here. They come here and they tell us what sets you apart. You know, what sets you apart? How do you brand yourself in Liberia? Okay. What is it like in the other guy? You can ask him, how does he brand? You've got a lot of water businesses in the country, right? How does he
Yeah.
himself.
I've been behind that man since that origins since 2023.
Yes,
There are conversations between us from 2023.
yes,
Finally, he has agreed to come on. He's coming on next week. He
yes.
probably can't remember. I
Yeah,
just went back in my
yes,
WhatsApp to
presentation.
remind him. That
Yes.
already there are different business seminars and business retreats that go on. The people don't want to come on to talk about it. All they know while they are there, everybody will go live on their phone. They're going live business now. Yeah. Like you are live and only one person is watching, or no zero persons watching, but you are live. You think you are, publicizing or getting your business out there. No, it is not happening. You need to come out talk about your seminar or your business. I won't see a big network where I could advertise my business. If I was now, even while I'm working here, if I have something to advertise, I would prefer to air it right here because it's
Yeah.
the biggest network.
Mhm,
There are colleagues that come to us from other networks to air things right here. They
mhm.
know it's the biggest.
Yeah.
If I There are times that when we go out, I mean, I'm not blabbing before somebody get angry and say, "You ever Lorena Honorary saying we go to with other media partners, we go out there to different entities, and then when they say I probably when it's asking you to call your name and your institution, and yes, I come in with my heavy voice. I'm Lorena Honorary from Spawn Network. Everybody would think.
I should say a heavy voice. Exactly.
And then,
Exactly.
I was cool being calm and later on, yeah, because it's well branded, it's Spoon. So you
Mhm.
just carry it. You understand? So then why I'm there now, where I'm trying to connect, you coming to advertise? You coming to let us do something?
Mhm.
Don't you think you
Mhm.
need to share this on Spoon, Like
Yes.
that, oh, you are the biggest network. You are already the biggest network. Yes. That is why you need to come and advertise here. So you
Yes.
can grow your business. That's all. It's as simple as that.
Yes, absolutely. And it took a lot of hard work on Lorena part, hard work on Miss CD part, a lot of hard work. I saw them work. Yeah, what she said, I'm even working when I go to businesses and meeting, I'm introducing myself. Then I start asking, are you coming on school? So she's a hard worker, and that's what it takes. I think, I think, Lorena, I hate to say we working, but we sometimes we don't work hard enough. We don't do things in a way that will tell people I'm here. I'm here. It's me. You have to be persistent. You have to be here. It takes time, but you can't work someday and then you go relax someday and then you act like you don't feel like working. Is work all the time, all the time. So that's what business is about. Business is. I'll tell you a story. Um, my husband owned a restaurant at one point. And that is one of the in another country, that's a very, very hard business to be. Even in Liberia, I think it's a hard business to be in because you have to be in the restaurant from it's when the time open to the time
Mm.
closes. So that's your baby, you know. And how do you do that when you have a family? So you have to decide that. And so, but it was something that I learned that you have to really, really work hard at. It's something that you couldn't. I mean, they was always advertising. They had advertising in the yellow pages. They had to do it on the yellow pages is actually it was it's a. I'm saying yellow pages because that's my era, but it's called YELP. I think it's like businesses.
Yup.
So yeah, Yelp. So they got to advertise there. They have to advertise in different neighborhood community pages. They got to. I mean, they were working so hard, working, working, working. Like sometimes when he came here, he was so tired, and I was like, well, that's the price that you have to pay when you have a business. What stands you up is your hard work. It keeps you apart. So join us. We nice. We won't bite your head off when you come here. Lorena, she's very nice. Miss Didi is very nice. We'll help you. Even we'll give you ideas, like support you.
Yep.
Lorena is she sees a lot of people. She'll help you. Like if that flyer, like even if you feel like, oh, I'm shy, I can't come over. We had a shy person come up to the station before,
Yeah.
but we're so relaxed. When we're asking a question, she realized that we're good people. We're not here to denigrate. And then so she opened up, and then she became even a better person in studio. And so we're here. We're here to help. Okay, we're here to be supportive. So definitely bring your business, get all your ideas together. There's several businesses in the country. Like I said, I mean, from the moment I get to, there's so many ideas. From the minute I get to, the country, for example, coconut water. I Most of the time, most people, coconut water is healthy for you. Most people like that, but everybody's selling it on the street. You can do something a little differently
Yeah.
and make your business as a coconut water uh seller, if I
Distributor
would put
or
it,
something.
distributor or
Yeah.
whatever. And you can do something. I mean, because honestly, that's the first thing I drink, and I drink it the entire time when I'm there because it's healthy. All of us going back uh to the health mode of doing things now. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah. So, but there's corn. People who sell corn, coconut water, big fish, all these different things. So,
Some of them,
Lorena,
some of them prefer to just sit down and go into the phones and call everybody. Oh, you come in, come eat, and I having so and so soup, or instead of just coming. Or at times just one publicity turns everything around. And for the coconut, yeah, like you say, it's healthy. If you stay hungry all day, has happened to me several times. Like if
mhm,
I'm fasting and I need a break, I'll
mhm,
just drink coconut water. It helps a
yes,
lot. So
is
a lot of people like coconut water. They say that coconut water is good for some different kinds of sicknesses. You are a doctor. They say
mhm,
low pressure. It kind of relax your pressure. It's balanced.
yes,
It's not high. It's not low. Coconut water. So many people have shared testimonies of that. Yes,
exactly.
data reason people want to sell, but they don't want. I mean, people want to do business. They want to do business, but they don't want to, sacrifice. You just want to sell the market, but you want to talk about the market. How is
Mm-mm.
it possible that you talk about the businesses only to your few contacts, your inner circle, when you could blow, you could go out there. Yeah, you are. I told you about somewhere that I go to do my news. You went there.
Yes,
Just
exactly.
because
So
you
it's
went there and
part.
talked for them, they
Mhm.
have so many businesses going on there.
There we
They
go.
sell and they do sell original makeup. Somebody was telling me, but do you know that place the people can sell original makeup? Yeah, I know. $50 for a little small one. I know. I have purchased it.
Mhm.
But can they come to my own area to purchase? I'm always asking them, why would I always buy from you? You can't come buy from me. So what you selling instead selling publicity? I can
Mhm.
market your market on my own market there. You know.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
some of them tell the base because they are shy. Okay, you shy. What do you want me to talk about for you? Bring your information or have somebody to come out to have the discussion. There are so
Mhm.
many ways people are working now that are reducing selling market in the country. That everybody don't have store or
Mhm.
business place. Yeah, you just do it online. So why not come and talk about it online? I know
Yes.
another sister that moved back to Liberia. I'm not going to call her name because she's not paying for it. She
Mhm.
has a huge restaurant to Tingas Village there. You
Mhm.
know, she can do everything. Right now, she has the pepper color ready this evening. Right now, people are driving by the hot takeaway pepper color, well branded. Kana, we know you can do all these things. You can show it. As
Exactly.
oh, we'll do the thing one day. We'll do the
And,
one.
and the thing about it, Lorena, so there's another place I go, downtown where the people just have to sell the clothes outside. You can buy African clothes outside. I think it's
Yeah,
Macklin,
Mecklin
Macklin
streets.
Street. So they got all the African
Gone.
clothes,
Different.
gowns, yes, and bracelet for the hand, for the foot, all these different things. But the thing about it is your presentation. You got everybody they can be. I was so surprised. So I went there one day, I sat there and I was talking to them. I said, do you know the women that they can kind of in the morning sometimes they can't even make one sale, they just sitting down there, you know,
Lecture. Some
lecturing.
people are
Yes.
happening on the internet.
So I'm looking at these people. Okay, even if you at that spot, okay, and you know what drew me to a particular person is the way that she communicated with me, the way she spoke to me. Okay, she was, but you can't just keep brushing. Come, talk about your business, call your name, let's see who you are, show us some of your clothing that you have, or what's special about your business, and let the people know so we can go there. But I just, when I'm driving around, I'm looking at places, I just stumble upon that place and find it, and then I'm there. So I want to be able to tell that, I'm sure just by talking about it, yeah, people go there. But again, what sets you apart? Why should people buy from you? Okay, what makes you different? That's why we're asking you to come tell us on Spoon. Don't just go be sitting there waiting there all day. You know, some day they want to me, some day they can go all week. Nobody buy their stuff. They just be
Every
waiting
day.
for.
Some people can even put generator. There are people with stores, businesses, no LEC, and they put generator on every day. Every
Yeah.
day they must buy gas and fuel and put generator on. Something that businesses really have. There's a serious challenge in Liberia, Dr. Richardson. The
Mm.
electricity running businesses here. You just said it that you had to get a solar panel, right?
Yes,
Wh-
yes,
Where
yes.
where I live, we're told not to take generator there. They don't want the place to be noisy. So you either get solar panel, solar plates, or you don't have any at all. And we're talking about 3,000 plus. I don't know how you got yours, how much you pay. Uh but yes, they have them there. There's another brother I know that is selling it too. I'm trying to get him to come on too. Who knows?
Actually,
He could come on.
the guy who did mine, I am also. I mean, he did a great job. He was very consistent. You know, when I were communicating from here, and he would respond to me. So that's again, that's another thing. The presentation what sets you apart, and so he wants to come on, and it's just a matter of time. This brother travels all over Liberia, you know,
Mm.
installing panels for people. He got people working for him, but he himself he likes to make sure that
You're
the customer, yes, the customer is satisfied, they get what they ask for, and then when he understands that, then he tells the guys who work for him exactly what to do, so that makes a good customer service. So yeah, I mean, this is the place to be. Come here. We want to help support your business. We want to offer you a new way of branding yourself, or even a new way of doing business in Liberia. It's not the old way of just sitting down waiting for somebody to come to you, or waiting for somebody to see your business. No, you got to be aggressive about it. I mean, I have a small business here, um, in the United States. Basically, I evaluate a lot of clients. Of course, as a psychologist, I do a small counseling. I used to have a very big counseling practice, but I have students in my practice. A lot of students need to practice how to be a psychologist, especially at doctoral level. They handle the counseling, but I usually do a lot of evaluations. I have a website, so you can go to my website. I share my website a lot. Part of my business practices include usually almost most of the important holidays. I'm sending out happy Valentine's Day with from my practice. So I keep myself in the ears of my clients, and I have a newsletter where they read, and then of course that also is another way that they're telling people go to Dr. Richardson or whatever she does, to just give us this information, whatever. So there's so many ways to do this. So many ways to do this.
Yeah, Zach. So, we are just here to encourage you, especially when it comes to branding. But I don't know why people are being shy about it. During COVID-19, when
Mhm.
people now to come outside, a lot of people say if they're able kidding, we're kidding because they're coming outside. If they don't come outside, they won't get food to eat. But for me, I began a business woman in that time that I was just
Mhm.
So, I had a pantry full of toiletries, cartons of Chlora, tar soap in bundles, cartons and Dettol and, tissue and napkins and washes soap, bathing
Mhm.
soap. I don't know what to do with all of these. So I started doing business. Like I would bring it outside my pantry and put half of it on the push for a rush for it will finish. Go back in there, bring it up, for a rush for it will finish. So I was like, but then I could do business, or so I would be having money, a lot of money. But we're not going outside to really use the money like that. But I was not struggling. You understand? And we had how curfew. It said 3 o'clock we should come outside. So whatever
Mhm.
it is, do you do it quickly? And then I went to was friendly with someone who gave me cartons of dry, nample fish, nample. Have
Yeah.
you the
Yeah.
sweetest? If I can say that's my best. Besides
Yeah.
the stockfish, we had this here. Yeah, it's in Nigeria mostly.
Oh
So
wow. You want stuff? We can't see starfish again, like bro.
I think so. Somewhere they would, when they tell you the price of a piece of little stockfish.
Yeah, that used to be a common thing of selfish gravy.
Wow, I guess the stockfish gravy here right now. We get your pork and put all the grease in it, and we still got to try to eat it healthily. Or we have something called drumstick, the chicken thigh. You
I
know
don't.
of drumstick?
Mm-hmm.
You know of it. You ate
Yeah,
it when you.
I know of it. I know of it. I know.
Yeah, so then I had all cartons of fish, and I said, but I'll put on the dryer. So the
Mhm.
other woman passing the other time in the compound, she said, "You selling the fish?" So I said, "Come for one and taste it." She took it. Oh, I couldn't tell my friend he's selling fish. So they started coming a lot, and then I saw my food going. They were just dropping money. I said, "No, but I'm going to do business, you
Yes.
know." So, but people were still crying. So the whole thing is that they can say it's not money, so now it's sense, wisdom. That's what you need.
Hmm.
People cry too much. Just imagine that originally somebody's wearing your, I mean, big gold on you, and you say you're looking for money to do business.
Yeah.
Common sense. Do you need a rocket scientist to tell you that those big jewelries on you, you can take one of them and and sell it and start your business? Who are you wearing it for? Yeah, we just gisting, or like when people trying to encourage you to come into your businesses. Let me see that. I will just see if in case you want to take a break, I can see if I have something to just showcase here.
Yes, please do that. Yes, do that.
Yeah.
Do that.
Okay. So I
Do
will
that.
show
Let's
this.
talk about that. Do it and then talk about it.
Please share the show so that you encourage other people that are watching, and you share it with your contacts in your network so people can come and sell their businesses. Some of you complain a lot, even most of you in the diaspora, you have businesses here, you bring in different equipments, quality equipments. You don't want to come and talk about them. How will people even know? You just take them, put them in one store, they remain there. Some of them spoiled after paying so much money to bring them into the
Yes,
country. All
exactly.
right. So please share the show and please come in and let's advertise your business. We're going to take a short break if you just tune in. This
Mhm.
is Phone Talk Business. Every Friday at about this time, we are here.
Yes.
How are you? Every time you are me, you know, happy international we need to. Happy international we need to. All right. Anything you want, any message you want to send out there as a woman? For me, y'all are buying very hard. The waiting on used to be, now it happening a lot. And the second one again, the men that we can get, they can bump and up, they dash the children on the road. We just training. I always say, you're going to send the children to school. They're not easy. Yeah. So she is saying that selling is difficult, business is hard. And she's also saying now that most of the men, women give birth, they have children by then, and they just dash the children on the women. And the women are struggling with the children. So they want the government to step in. Thank you for talking to us.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, actually, I felt a little bit homesick just watching her put the peppers and on the table and organizing it and stuff like that. So let's start with that first, okay? As you can see, she's selling her pepper. There's some people that will be selling okra, bitter ball, greens, potato green, collard green, whatever, beans, whatever you have there to sell. This is why you need to come here. Lorena will be making, and when I'm in Liberia, I will definitely make my rounds so we can definitely be able to speak to you and to encourage you. Now, she did talk about the difficulty and challenges that she has selling, and then of course the relationship issue, which is consistent with a lot of women. Some women in our country, that they will have kids, and the men would just leave the children with them, and they are responsible for the breakfast, lunch, and dinner in regards to the children. But this is how we can support each other. This is how she can support you can support her. If you have your business and you come here and you show your business, a lot of Liberians will be able to support you. You can talk about your situation as well. The reason why you're doing this business is not because of just you alone. It's about you have mouths to feed. You have to be in, the world. You want to strengthen your children. You want the world. You want your children to have better education. You want your children to be better than you. So once we know your story, or you can add your story and how, in fact, educating your children, what you're doing as a business person is even contributing, it helping to develop our country. All right, you're doing something, and that's what we need you to come on to Spoon, so you can be able to advertise your business. I mean, but those pepper look fresh, they look hard, they look steady, they look good, they look like somebody who can cook some pepper.
For her, she has the different kinds of pepper, and then she can pick the pepper, wash them, and set them
Yeah, huh,
by
good.
pot.
Mm-hmm,
50 Liberty, 100 Liberty. It
mm-hmm,
depends which one you want. They have the skinted one that you can prepare with your gravy and grumpy soup, pepper soup.
mm-hmm.
They have
There
that
you
one. It has
go.
its own flavor. And then they have the regular ones that the powerful ones too that you can cook in your tobogi and pampoto and potato greens, cassava leaf, palawa sauce. Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
So what drew me to her is her branding.
mm-hmm.
She picks the pepper.
Okay.
She cleans it for you. And me, I'm very strong. So I
Mhm.
prefer to buy from her. Because
Yes.
when I take it home, I'm not going to rinse it again to
I,
cook. I don't
I,
have to pick the pepper. As a
yeah,
child, they always tell me, go pick the pepper, go pick. I'm tired of picking pepper.
that's right.
At a rate. So for her, that is how she sells the pepper.
Yes.
Pick. Yeah.
So,
And
so
yeah, like you said, she struck a very important point. And that is something that is happening in Liberia. Just regularly, men just give birth, born by women and just dodge them. And it's bringing more difficulties on the
mhm,
women in Liberia. Take care
yes.
of yourself, take care of the kids, find place for you people to sleep, find food for you people to eat. You have to, like the other woman, she cries, why she needs to sell because she has to take her son, she has to pay her son wife fee. All of those things is really pitiful. But it's the country, at times they say they take the men to the people responsible that sector, we're not discussing politics, and they tell you we can't force the man to do this, then what the man able to do is what he would do.
Yes.
Say so, yeah.
And
Some of our colleagues, our friends from where you are overseas, they say, don't want in like America, they should come. How you're straight in there. That's it.
exactly.
But it's in Liberia, but then again, yes, there are women who see what is happening, but they will still be there born children,
Mhm.
let their children.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's a circle of trauma. If you sit down and talk to those women and see how they define themselves. They probably define themselves by born children, by being in this relationship, by the hardship that they witness, they learn, that is how life is supposed to be. Just be hard. Now, some of us can break ourselves away from the circle. Some of us, it took one person to, lecture us or to expose us to, it does not have to be that way. And we were quickly able to get it. But then there's tons and tons of women that look like you myself that it takes a while for them to get it. They're just stuck. They're stuck in this circle. And the reason why it's stuck because that's how sometimes when it is nature versus nurture. How the brain is wired. It's sometimes the repeated situation. Your identity is attached to this man and these children. What are you going to do? And what is support system? The main part telling them, say, where you go? You got all the children, where you go? And they are internalizing that conversation. Where she will go? And she herself, she's saying, where I will go? And I'm born for the man.
Yeah, who would take me again?
She will
But
take me.
Liberia is an interesting country. Oh. You won't believe that a man can still be married to a woman and just retire with her and just move on and get married again.
Of
We all
course.
divorcing.
Of course. I
It's
mean,
shocking.
like it's happening. It's happening. But yeah, because that's the world that we live in, and so that's why we support we women. You supposed to support each other, and especially when you find somebody selling pepper, like how you said this woman has branded herself, and I saw it. I wish I would have seen more of the pepper that she picked. When we say that she picked the stems off the pepper,
Yeah.
go and she washes it. Even though she always wash her pepper at home and whenever you're cooking it, but this is she's not giving it to you just like that. It's fresh. Well, I don't know what she's doing to make it fresh. So this is the more reason why we we didn't charge of the kitchen sometimes in the home. Okay. And more reason why you should go find if we're yeah advertising for her, people will know her, y'all go find her.
Yeah, but I can tell where she is.
And yes, and support her because she doesn't want to advertise. You know, she doesn't want to come in and utilize the time. You know, but I can understand why. You know, to each his own. But that's exactly what's happening here. Did you have another one, Lorena? Another.
I didn't end that one, but we are
Oh,
almost
oh,
done
oh,
here. We have 9 minutes. I said you want me to play it again, the video. Should I bring the video again?
well, we have 9 minutes. We only have 9 minutes.
Yeah. To run up.
Okay. The video. How long will the video take to end?
It's a minute 9 seconds.
Okay. Well,
The
sure.
video is 9 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys are just talking. Did you show other
Yeah,
parts of the video?
it's just the same thing, how telling what they expect the government to do, and what are the challenges of women, since this month is Women's Month.
Mm-hmm,
So we just try to give women more airtime to hear, even here on the radio.
mm-hmm,
Uh, when we try to play some beautiful songs, entertaining people, we play women music more, and try to talk to women around to encourage them. When Since we are discussing business, let me come back to business.
mm-hmm,
There are some parents that just sit at home and the kids are the ones doing business. You see, little ones, they are the breadwinners of the family. And when I'm talking about business, the reason why they are not going to school is
mm-hmm,
because they are selling
mm.
tablet chips,
Amen.
or maybe they are selling peanuts, granuts that are the patch and tied on one leg handker, and that child is not going to school that entire year just to
Mm.
sell grumpy, granite, uh, like that.
No.
Sometimes they tie country bread. You know what country bread is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Country rice, okay. And that child is telling why other children are going to school. I I saw one of them. I talked to him, but he looked so afraid. He ran away from me. I was
Mm-hmm.
just asking him questions. I want to know, he was very hungry. I think I explained it here before. We had to give him a huge roasted cassava before we could get it water. How is he going to down that cassava? He ran away because he was afraid, thinking that this woman from the radio station would take him and carry him to general ministry or to the police station. Why would he be selling looking so sick? You see a face, you know that he's suffering, that his stomach needs cleaning. What we call soul corner all around his mouth. It has taken or is eating his lips. So I was so concerned, I wanted to talk to him, see what we could do for him at the time, but he was afraid. He said that the lady took him from Nima County, from his mother and his father, and brought him to town and said that she was sending him to school. But it is her children that are going to school. He's not going to school. So he thought he could just explain it in passive, and I said, no, it's not going to be. I need to take you to where the people well, make sure you go to school or you go back to your county. It's okay to leave the kids there. That's why we call it TRP, trafficking in person. Leave the kids in the counties with their families if you don't have, any help to give them. But they go into the villages and the towns and they tell the people that they want to take their children to send them to school. But when they bring them to Monrovia, that the business people in there and that are registering all between the cars. See, little right now, just go outside. The traffic that is on the main boulevard right now, you see kids all in between those cars. As it is getting dark, it's already dark, but they
Mm-hmm.
are in between there because they are the breadwinners of the family. While
Mm.
there are other women in the market selling the pepper and the bunny and cassava leaf them to be able to send the children to school. I heard you when you said, either you or Sis Glenny said that, that before people used to be shamed, say, oh, their mom selling pepper in the market, but now people vaunt about it and say, my mom selling pepper in the market, how she sent me to school. That was how I went to the university, you know. But then there are others that are allowing the children to be the ones to go in and sell. So,
Mm.
if we're looking at it, all of these things should be looked at. The rightful authorities should look into it. It is not safe to see kids all in between those car selling markets during
Yes.
school hours. Since you don't want to send them to school, just keep them home, which
Yes.
is also not good, but it's safer.
And that is not the kind of business we are promoting. We are
No,
not promoting the abuse. I actually believe that it is abusing children. I will say that because as you describe it, Lorena, this is a young boy who
yep.
you can see he's sick. He's
Everywhere
not
is
well.
them, like,
Okay. And he's yes, you know, anytime, and I solely believe this, when you disrupt the parenting process by giving your children to somebody else, nobody's going to love your children more than you. I can tell you that for free. Okay. That 9 months that we spend with the children in our belly, or the father being present, or even the mother, that is a bond you are developing with that child. So even sometimes, I will tell you a funny story, Lorena. I think when I had my first daughter, she was about 6 months old. And I had an older sister who passed away in Ghana. So I had to travel to Ghana. My parents couldn't go because I was a designated. I'm the oldest girl, so I had to go there. But the entire time I was away from my daughter because I was nursing. My breast kept on feeling like
It's
I
too
was
much.
nursing her. Okay. So this is the biological bond I'm talking about. Even and that happens here. I mean, I usually nurse my children. So even when I'm going to back to work, there's the pump. I have the pump. I'll be pumping, at that time. But we can feel it. Women and women who are paying attention, watching, you can feel it. Your breast start to get heavy. It started to feel like, and you need to, get rid of the milk in there. But that is the biological bond I'm talking about. So when you disrupt that and you give your child to somebody else, that person don't have the same kind of connection that you have to that child. I'm not saying that they will not love your child, they will love your child, okay? But then they can do extra damage to your child by sending your child out to go sell for you, while their children, their biological children, the one that they got a bond to, okay? They go into school while that person is all day in between cars. They go, they come, they in between cars. That is not nice. That is not happening. That is bad for our society. One of the things too, I have a videotape that I saw when I was in Liberia. Challenged persons on our streets. Sometimes they have their children. Young children are the one who taking them around. Okay, very similar to the story that we were talking. That was very painful for me. I mean, I saw one little girl. I think she must have been 10 or 11, and her whoever she was taking around had difficulty with seeing. So that girl, I mean, all her stomach. The only thing I saw her stomach protruding through her clothes because she from walking. They can walk from one place to the other, just walking. She is the eyes, the leg, the hand, the everything
Oh,
for her.
going
Yeah,
from car to car. Please
for
help
her.
mama. Please help
And
mama. Please help
see
mama. Please help mama.
exactly. And so I asked her. I said, "Do you go to school?" She said, "No." She never entered school yard before. And the reason why she had to be there, she was a designated caretaker for the parent.
Can you imagine?
Yes,
They have programs for them, oh, but most of them say they must stand in the street and then using the kids to take them around. They want it fast. They say the fastest way to get the money. But then those kids that reason they didn't go to Broad Street to see the amount of the ones that are there on Broad Street. In fact, they sit by the road. They have taken that whole area at the office. They are just sitting there as soon as cars slow down, the children run to the car. They help mama, they help papa. So that as for the supermarkets, that's not
mm,
easy. So maybe you now your heart, you so compassionate, you change
yeah,
$5. You put
yes,
you
I
have
see.
100 bill, the 50 bill. So we get a person 100, get a person 50, get somebody 150. Before you know
Mm,
it,
mm-hmm.
1,000 liberty or 900 is gone. People are still crying that they want
Yes,
some.
that's right. And they recognize you because
Yeah,
once you start, they will know who you are. The next day, you got to do the city. The next day, you
yeah,
got to do
that
this.
one like women behavior.
And how are you going to
You
sustain yourself?
always give me.
Yes, so how are you going to sustain yourself? So, you know what I'm just actually saying here, in order for us to contribute to nation building, the building of our country, the business sector is so important. That's why we ask you to come here and introduce your business. We come here to tell you not to use children as, your business, okay? Selling, having the children in the street all day, selling those planting chips. How much are you really making from them? Compared to the risk that they're putting these children in, the risk of that little boy with all his health issues, you know, you know. so you got to think about that. We all got to think about how we can contribute to building our country. And you, as a business person, you play a very, very instrumental role in building our country. You guys are selling the products. You are the one. You are the bedrock for the country. You are the one who, sometimes you bring in the guests. Guests don't have nowhere to sleep. They sleep into your Airbnb. This is the place for you to come. You are the one who fixing cars. If you are in the country, or people who in the country, they need to find a mechanic, they got to come and find you. So you guys need to come here. You guys gotta have schools. You gotta have to educate our children. You guys have who got, just small hair salon, nailery, everything. This is the place to come to be. So Lorena, I'm going to turn it over to you, and then we
Yep.
can close the show. Thank you guys for joining us. Let me just recognize some of you quickly. I know I want to recognize Mesh the blogger, Kubaku, Sayon Washington, Call Gloria Vocal Mulba, Otello Dillon, Bill Carson, Common, Daniel Ophie Johnson, Benu Massacre, Wea Mika, George Gorson Darga, Estella Nimson, B. Wilma Belle, May Moore, Samuel Kofi Woods, Mifamata N. Gay, Siru Abi Rachi, Estella Nimson, I think I called that before, Angela Smith, we just want to welcome you and also actually thank you, not even welcome you, but also just thank you for joining us. We hope that you spread and share our show. We notice that a lot of people watch our show after the show. That's why we do this, and that's what keeps us coming. So, Lorena, I'm going to pass it over to you to take it over. Thank you, too.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Look at that. All right, so that's how we draw the curtains on your program, Spoon Talk Business tonight. Thank you so much for being there. Spoon Talk Business returns next Friday at about this time. We are talking about 6 p.m. Liberian time and 2 p.m. EST. Thank you for being there. You can just come to Spoon Compound right here, Congo Town Park Road, Spoon House, District 10. Come and let us advertise your businesses. Come to our business office. So welcome. We are ready and prepared to sell your market. Always put God first in whatever you do. See you again. Have a wonderful Friday.